Okay, thank you all very, very much for being out here today. Let me just make a brief comment and be happy to take a few questions. We don't have an endless amount of time. I've got to get back.
Senator Sanders wasn't the guy they wanted. It's more just sort of a campaign to push to the left on certain issues.
He may not have any chance, but they'll get, maybe 9 months out of him, get a good exercise out of it.
This is a resistance vote, and it's all going to disappear by the time we get to Iowa next spring.
Sanders still faces long odds. Clinton crushes him in national polls by more than 40 points.
That this is progressives who realize that Hillary probably will inevitably be the nominee.
Even Democrats admit he may not be their best shot at the White House.
Not a real threat to Hillary Clinton's nomination. He is not going to be the nominee.
There's an authenticity with him, a frustration with the system. Do I think it's enough to beat her? Very unlikely.
There's a group of about a dozen college students outside, all supporting Bernie Sanders. There's a group of labor organizers outside.
Look at this. Secretary Clinton, 57%. Senator Sanders at 15%.
I think there's some real energy behind Sanders right now.
Bernie Sanders could get 35, 40, maybe even 45%.
He is going to be the vessel for every liberal hope and dream, and he may be the candidate of the summer of 2015.
But Senator Sanders is catnip for liberals.
He may not only be the candidate of the summer, but potentially also the fall of 2015.
His views may be gaining traction. Sanders is currently in second place among Democratic voters.
He stands for something. He's not afraid to say it. Look at this, and look at these poll numbers. This is shocking. Senator Bernie Sanders. And climbing. 32%. And climbing. That is a rocket ship. I wouldn't lollygag this one around. That's
doesn't mince
big.
words.
He has been drawing big crowds. His presidential campaign is on a roll. People traveled from across Colorado.
Senator Bernie Sanders drew a monster crowd there this weekend.
Pretty incredible stuff.
If you ran Bernie Sanders, it would be much tougher.
Bernie Sanders?
It would be much tougher to beat him.
Clinton 43, Sanders 35. That's a hello. Where Bill Clinton always won was the empathy, which Democrat represents your values. Sanders beats her by 11 points.
Bernie Sanders is the candidate of the summer. The question is, will he be the candidate of the fall and into next year? He has a lot of support.
But their heart is with someone like Sanders.
There is one candidate who, by a very large, clear margin, is having the biggest impact on the ground as a presidential campaigner.
3,000 in Minneapolis, 5,000 in Burlington, 5,000 in Denver.
Bernie Sanders has made history.
The single largest non-compulsory campaign event of the 2016 presidential election. In a packed stadium arena in Madison, Wisconsin, possibly as many as 10,000 people.
We know what Bernie Sanders wants, and a lot of the Democratic Party, let's be honest, they want it too.
Look at these pictures. This is Bernie Sanders in Madison, Wisconsin last night. He had a huge crowd a week or so ago out in Colorado. Look at this. Estimated ballpark 10,000 people.
That's not just a one-hit wonder. That's not the last time he's going to have a rally with 10,000 people, okay? It is real.
People are starting to ask whether Bernie Sanders represents a quite serious challenge to Hillary Clinton in the Democratic primary.
Look at this. Look at the crowd. Does the Vermont senator pose a real challenge to Hillary Clinton?
A new poll out today in Iowa shows that Bernie Sanders is gaining momentum.
Bernie Sanders was at 5 in February, 15 in May. He's at 33 now.
In New Hampshire, the latest polling having him only 8 points behind.
In Iowa, Sanders jumped from 5% support in February to 15% in May, all the way to a respectable 33%, shrinking Clinton's lead by 26 points.
What if he comes in really close second, or if he beats her in Iowa?
So there's definitely something happening here.
What does that mean?
It means buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.